Welcome to CognitionChunks. This information is for entertainment only. I am not trained in philosophy. Is this useful? Is this nonsense? Join me as I attempt to learn from GPT. Here is Eureka! Epics. Understanding the Origins of Philosophy by GPT. Part 2. The Golden Age of Philosophy. Chapter 4. Classical Greek Philosophy. Section C. Aristotle. Foundations of Logic, Metaphysics, Ethics, and Natural Sciences. Aristotle, 384 to 322 BCE, a towering figure in ancient philosophy, made foundational contributions across a wide range of disciplines, including logic, metaphysics, ethics, and the natural sciences. His work laid the groundwork for much of Western philosophical thought and scientific methodology. Foundations of Logic. Organon. Aristotle's collection of works on logic, known as the Organon, established the core principles of deductive reasoning. He introduced the syllogism, a form of logical argument that deduces a conclusion from two premises, each sharing a common term. Categories and propositions. In his work on categories, Aristotle developed a system for classifying all possible kinds of things that can be the subject or predicate of a proposition. His exploration of propositions, particularly in prior analytics, established the basis for understanding the structure of logical arguments and the principles of validity and soundness. Metaphysics. Substance and essence. Aristotle's Metaphysics investigates the nature of being, ontology, and the principles of reality beyond the physical world. First philosophy. He introduced the concept of substance, ousia, as the underlying reality of things, distinguished by its essence, the whatness of a thing, and accidents, attributes that do not constitute its essence. Potentiality and actuality. Central to his metaphysics is the distinction between potentiality, dunamis, and actuality, energia. Aristotle used this framework to explain change and development in the natural world, positing that everything moves from a state of potentiality to actuality through the realization of its form or purpose. For causes, Aristotle's theory of causality identifies four types of causes: the material cause, the matter from which something is made; the formal cause, the form or essence of something; the efficient cause, the source of change or motion; and the final cause, the purpose or end for which something is done. This comprehensive approach to causality influenced subsequent scientific and philosophical inquiry. Ethics. Nicomachean Ethics. In this seminal work, Aristotle explores the concept of the good life and the nature of virtue. He posits that the ultimate human good is eudaimonia, often translated as happiness or flourishing, achieved through the practice of virtue in accordance with reason. Virtue ethics. Aristotle's virtue ethics centers on the development of good character traits or virtues. He argues that virtues are habits acquired through practice, lying at the mean between two extremes of excess and deficiency, guided by practical wisdom phronesis. The role of reason. For Aristotle, rationality is the defining feature of human beings. Ethical living requires the exercise of reason in governing one's desires and actions, aligning them with the virtues that lead to eudaimonia. Natural sciences. Empirical observation. Aristotle's approach to the natural sciences was empirical and systematic, emphasizing observation and classification. His works on biology, physics, and astronomy collected and analyzed data from the natural world, seeking to understand the principles underlying natural phenomena. Biology and classification. In his biological works, such as History of Animals, Aristotle provided detailed descriptions and classifications of living organisms, making significant contributions to taxonomy and comparative anatomy. Physics and cosmology. Aristotle's physics proposed a geocentric model of the universe and articulated theories on motion, time, and space. He posited a fifth element, ether, to explain the movement of celestial bodies, distinguishing it from the four terrestrial elements: earth, water, air, fire. Conclusion. Aristotle's extensive body of work established fundamental principles in logic, metaphysics, ethics, and the natural sciences that have profoundly influenced the development of Western thought. His methodological rigor, commitment to empirical observation, and comprehensive philosophical system provided a framework for inquiry that guided intellectual endeavors for centuries to come. Thank you for joining us for another Cognition Chunks. Please like and subscribe.